Hi everybody, it's me, Antoinette from AJ's Personal Touch. How you doing? I hope you guys are having a wonderful, wonderful weekend. And for those of you watching the Blanket Summit like I have been doing, I hope that you are gaining some tips and tricks that you haven't seen before. Welcome back to my subscribers and welcome into anybody new. I'm not trying to plug the Blanket Summit. I went last year and decided to go this year to see what I might want to watch. I only do the free part because I can't afford to do a super pack, but I still gain a lot of information. Take notes. I've learned, when I looked at the topics for this year, I wasn't sure I was going to learn, a whole lot, especially since I've been crocheting for 40 plus years, but I have. I've learned some tips and tricks. So if you ever wonder if you actually learned anything from the summits, even if you just do the free version where you watch them, you only have 2 days to watch the videos, each day. So yeah, it's a lot of watching, but I've I've learned some tips and tricks. So there you go. Again, didn't even know I was going to plug it, but there you go. I came on to show you my Herrschners order came in. So I'm going to show you what I got. But first, I thought I would show you my work in progress from this week of what I've been working on. I have the body, and I'm not quite sure, I think it goes this way, the head of the dragon done. Got a lot more to get done, and his birthday's on the 29th, so I have 8 days. That's the main thing I'm working on. But on Tuesdays and Thursdays, during our Cal time, we're all working on like an old whip for those people who have whips. There are some people who do not really have whips. They've done everything. So they don't, go from one project to another and have like, what do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4 project bags sitting at my feet. So I usually don't have this many projects at a time. It's just something I started doing this year. But it helps give me a variety, especially when I'm not feeling well. And I have not been well. And actually, I didn't want to crochet at all, which is one reason why I'm more behind on the dragon. We all go through it, whether you're feeling well or just having a day where you just don't feel like crocheting. So you just got to give yourself some grace and say, well, you know, if he gets his present late, he gets it late. Anyway, this is how much I have done on the baby blanket that I'm working on during the count. And for those of you who were here at the beginning and may not have seen the video where I explained it, I realized when I first showed this, it was about this long, which is good for a baby, or wide, I should say, not long, which is good for a baby blanket. But when I make baby blankets, I like to make them oversized so that when they're a toddler, they can still carry it around if it happens to be their favorite blanket. The last one I made for her brother, was his, but she's older now, so I need to make it bigger anyway because she's not a baby anymore. I can't believe I kept on putting this one aside and doing everything else because I knew, my friend was like, I don't need it anytime soon. She got plenty of blankets, and I just kept putting it off. Well, anyway, I changed the order of the colors because when I originally showed it, it had the purple ribbing and it started with the purple. But I had realized that I was ending with the variegated, how I had done the rows, and I wanted to make it symmetrical. So I needed to start with variegated. Plus, I like that better. I think that would have been way too much purple, considering that I have like 40 rows of this to do before I change to another color. So let me know what you think. And the last time you saw it, I was right here. So now I will move my progress keeper up. Good way to keep me accountable when I come on here and show you guys what I've been working on. I almost worked on the dragon during the cowl this week, but I was like, no, this cowl is for old whips, and that's what I'm going to do. It's just, 4 hours a week where I work on something different, Tuesdays and Thursdays for 2 hours. So if anybody is interested on coming in, if you are in my group on Facebook, I post the links there because I use the chatting app on Gmail. So I can't remember what it's called, honestly, its actual name. But yeah, I put the links in the chat and you can get in that way. Or you can let me know and I can send you the email that has the link that directly puts you in. So, but sometimes you may have to download the app onto your phone. But we meet Tuesdays and Thursdays from, sorry, I'm thinking of everybody else's time zone right now, from 5 to 7. I was going to say 4 to 6, but that's Central Standard Time. We meet 5 to 7 in Eastern Standard Time. So I would love to see new people there if you would like to come. And if you don't want to join the group, send me an email and I can get the email sent to you. You don't have to join my group on Facebook in order to come to the cowl. So I was trying to think if there was anything else that I worked on that I haven't shown you, but no, I have not worked on the shawl since I talked to you. The baby blanket I'm designing has been set aside, and so has the blanket I'm making for Christmas, but I need to get working on that. As soon as I am done with this dragon, I'm going to have to make that my main focus. I will be starting another project, I do believe, that I'm supposed to be working on. A friend and I are both making it. I already have the yarn, and that I've had it since the beginning of the year, I think. So, yeah. I have more plans in the works besides what is all down here, but I got to make progress on this stuff as well. I don't want it sitting down here. And that's one of the things, oh my goodness, a tip that I learned, and I'll tell you about it because the video is not available anymore. I do believe you can still join the summit, but this was a video on the first day, and all the videos for the first day are not available anymore. And I almost did not watch this presentation, and I am so glad that I did. Yeah, it was called How to Complete Your Blankets and Stay Motivated. And the speaker, and I'm sorry if I mess up your name, I'm sure you won't ever see this, but if you happen to, I'm sorry if I mess it up, is, I think it's Smitha Calf from Smiling Colors. Well, I'm hoping to join a newsletter if she has one, but I have found her blog and I will be looking at all of her amazing work, and it's all so colorful. So make sure you look up Smiley Colors. It's a gorgeous blog. Let me tell you, from just the couple pages I looked at, but the first thing she told us to do, to how to complete all of your blankets, because a lot of people will start on a blanket, then start another one because they see it, or start another one. I don't really have, well, I was going to say I don't really have a ton of blankets in my whips, but I do have, besides this baby blanket, I have another baby blanket. I have a blanket that I started for my mom. I have, what's it called? It was just in my head. A mosaic blanket that I started, juniper and oaks, from last year, that I need to probably take out the whole thing and completely redo. But it was so much fun. When I get restarted on it, I'm just going to have a blast because I was having so much fun doing the mosaic. I think that's it. Another baby blanket. blanket for my mom, the mosaic. Oh, and the other orange baby blanket that I was working on. I almost forgot about that because it's actually in my bedroom now because of everything we've had to move around with stuff going on here. But her first tip is the tip that I was just wow. It's, and if I said it already, I'm sorry, I don't remember, so I'm going to say it again. It's make a list of all the WIPs you have started. That way you can see the list and be accountable for it and remember that you need to do it. Another thing that she said, and I can't do this myself right now because I just don't have money to invest, is to organize your projects in see-through bags so you can actually see what is in the bag. Now, my projects in my project bags, I can see what they are through the top of the bag, and I have them down at my feet so I can look down and see the tops. Eventually, when I get done with the back room, I'm going to start using my whip cart. So I will put my most important ones on the cart and wheel that in here to work on and then wheel it back so that I don't have bags down at my feet all day long. But right now, that's how it is. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I have the bag over here where I'm catching the squares when I'm done with them from the filet crochet that I'm doing for Christmas, the Christmas blanket I'm working on. Plus, it's catching other things. It's got my knitting in there, and it's got the bowl I just showed you with the baby blanket. So just keeping it real. But more tips and things. Like I said, I'm learning a lot. I didn't come on here meaning to plug it, but I have learned quite a bit, honestly, and about things that I thought that I already knew. There was a really, really good one by Spotted Horse Designs about, let me find I didn't write anything down from it because I already knew pretty much what she was saying, which was the healing power of crochet. As I've told you guys in the past, I crocheted, but I didn't crochet as much as I do now. And then I found out that crochet, because of all the math and everything that you have to do, can help you from having dementia. Or if you're going to have dementia, it can hold it off longer than what originally, may have happened. There have been a couple tests done on that. And I had read that right after I was diagnosed. Actually, about maybe a year or two after I was diagnosed. And one of the main things that I was really worried about is getting dementia because so many people with this get dementia. So, as you guys know, I'm open about everything going on. And I have a video where I discussed it all before, and I'm not going to go into all of it again. But crochet has helped me so, so much. And yeah, right now I have so much, I'm trying to get it done. But when I start sitting down to knit now, I get so peaceful. And I still get peaceful with my crochet as well, but sometimes when I'm a deadline, like everybody, it's not as peaceful. But honestly, everything I work on makes me feel wonderful. And when it's done, as you guys know, the feeling is amazing. And when it's a gift and you're giving it away, even more so. But even now, I mean, I never made stuff for myself before until I started 2 years ago. People see, I had a lady come up and ask me, and actually she's joined my thing because she is a crocheter. She saw me, we were in Aldi's, and she was like, did you make that or did you buy it? And I was like, I made it. She said, I knew it. I knew that I could spot, crochet. And she crochets. But I didn't know that until after I gave her my card because I was like, well, if you like crocheting and if you don't crochet, I can make things and I sell things. And she was like, oh, I crochet. That's how I spotted it. You know, but then she joined my group. And if you're watching, I am so happy you joined my group. And I would love to get together with you sometime. Alrighty. This is my Herrschners order. So I guess I'm just going to start with what's on top. They had the 13-cent shipping for if you buy something that's, if you bought $34 worth of products, and that was during Friday the 13th. So I went ahead. There was, as I told you guys before, I wanted to get their amigurumi of the month, and I really could not afford it all with how much their shipping normally is. And when I saw that they were doing the 13-cent shipping for 34, I was like, why would I spend 33 for just the 2 items that I wanted when there's other things that I want and I can spend 34 and get 13 cents shipping? It just made complete sense to me. So that's what I did. Actually, I'm not going to start with that one. This one I got, and I actually went a little bit over the 34 because I wanted to get this color. Everything else I already had in my cart that I absolutely wanted, and I knew what I was going to do with. This is the only one I'm not sure, but I have an idea. The next color I show you, I'm for sure going to make a shawl out of it for winter time. But I would like to have a shawl like for Christmas. So that was my idea when I got this one. Look at that sparkle. This is Herrschners Worsted Holiday Sparkle Yarn. And isn't that just gorgeous? I just love this color. I've loved this color the last couple of years that I've seen it. And I just haven't had the money to do it. And I really didn't this year, but I was like, you know, I really want to get that kit for Emily. And like I said, it just made more sense if I had to pay $33 to get the kit. And the only way you can get their lowered shipping is always you have to spend $34, sometimes more. So I was like, it just made sense, you know, to do it that way. So I was able to get some things that I've wanted for a while, like this. And this is 92% acrylic, 8% polyester, 8 ounces, 226 grams, and 489 yards per ball. Size 7 needles, and crochet 11. Oh, and an I9 hook, a size I9 hook for crochet. It says, it gives you their gauge they put on here. 11 single crochets and 17 rows equals 4 inches. Machine wash and dry, made in China. And is the colorway on here? Yes, and this is called Holiday Elegance. Isn't that gorgeous? Oh, I just can't say that enough. And if I remember right, you see, yeah, it was $4.97 or $5.97 a ball. Skein, $5.97 a skein. So I got 2 of them because I like my shawls to be nice and big and long. But I am open to using it for something else because this is the one I got to make a shawl with. Look at that color. Look at that. Look at those blues. The gray. It's a grayish silver and white. I call it gray. I know some other people might call it silver. Isn't that, I think this is completely stunning. And I thought I should make a shawl first that I can wear for all of winter and not just Christmas. Now again, this probably won't get made this year because I already had my other yarn, my cookie yarn, that I need to make something for back and forth to the hospital and stuff in the car because I always get way too hot because my husband needs the heater on higher for him. So I always have to wear layers. And I figured instead of a coat, I can make a nice shawl to wear because I always get overheated in the car. And then sometimes I get dizzy and sick and a whole bunch of stuff happens. And the only thing that can help me with that is to take my meclizine, which puts me to sleep. So a shawl would be a perfect thing. Now, I could make it out of this instead of the cookie this year, but I really, really, really wanted to make it out of the cookie yarn. So this one may have to wait till next year, because besides a shawl for me, which if I don't have it done by Christmas, it's fine. I wanted to make a shawl for my aunt who's in the nursing home for Christmas. So I got a lot of work to do by Christmas. And let me see, the color name for this is Frosty. And I think it is a good name for this completely. Now, you may have seen this before on Russ's channel. It's Raining Yarn. He's making a scarf for his partner with it. So, totally gorgeous. Actually, I should say his husband. So, what I got for my daughter is this kit here. As you guys all know, my daughter decorates for Halloween 24/7. So, I saw this and I knew it was perfect because, you know, we all love cats. And so I knew she would love it. Now, the only thing wrong with the kit is the color of the cat. So I went ahead and bought 2 of their Ami yarn, I guess is how you say it, so that I can make the cat black instead of gray. See here is also in the Ami yarn. I mean, it's turned around, but everything is in the Ami yarn except for this is a 4-weight yarn up here that's used for like the whiskers and the nose and I think the eyes and that on the pumpkin. Although it looks purple, it's not. I guess no, the eyes and nose on the pumpkin, it's not. It's purple. Oh, it's for the scarf. For the scarf. Okay. So they gave me 1 full black, orange, and silver. Now, if I knew that it had a full black in here, because sometimes the kits only give you enough to make, you know, the parts, I probably wouldn't have bought more. But considering that my daughter's favorite color is black, and I'm always making her stuff, it doesn't matter. I thought if I got more yarn that was black, I'm going to use it, even if it's for this project or not. But I'm planning on making the cat black, and then I may go ahead and make the hat gray instead of black. That way it doesn't blend completely into the cat. Let me know if you think that is a good idea or if I should stick to the black and orange because that's, you know, the traditional witch hat colors. Let me know what you think. I'd love to know. So I got 2 of these. And this is my Ami yarn by Herrschners. I've never used it before. This is nice and soft. I really love the feel of this. Color name black, of course. This is made out of 19. Wait a minute. Oh, that's for knit crochet. That's not what it's made out of. Okay, there we go. 55% acrylic and 45% cotton. I'm like, I know there's cotton in here. Net weight 1.75 ounces for 50 grams and 120 yards or 110 meters. Machine wash, dry, and dry, made in China. But I love the feel of it. It's nicer, of course, than Peaches and Cream, which for all the people who say they don't like peaches, I love working with Peaches and Cream. I don't have problems with it bothering my fingers or anything. And I have sensitive skin, so I'm not sure. I know a lot of people can't stand it, but I actually love working with it, especially knitting. When you knit with it, it makes it a lot softer, the project. than what it was when you crochet, how it feels when you crochet. Making the washcloths that I'm making to learn the stitches, they are all nice and squishy. And yeah, that's what I'm using is sugar and cream or peaches and cream, whichever one, you know, I pick up the ball. So anyway, this is my Amy, but this does, it feels nicer, of course, because it's acrylic and cotton and it's not 100% cotton. So that is my little haul. And originally it was just going to be the kit and the two black Omni yarns. So again, let me know what you think. Actually, I'm going to unzip this and put these in here. Because this is going to go in my room. Well, no, it's going to go on my cart in the back room. Except for it is the plastic bag the cat may try to eat. So I got to make sure I put it in a place where she can't reach. So let me know what you think. I need to get going. I have some videos to watch before they expire. And I love you guys. Please remember that. I have missed being on as much as normal, but I am trying to come on whenever I have enough that I've crocheted, which again, I have not been doing a lot because I lost my crojo because I haven't been feeling good, but I'm slowly getting it back. There's been a lot of stress in my life lately, and I'm trying to make sure I sit down and crochet because that helps distress me. So yeah, I'm trying to make sure that at least a half an hour a day that I sit down and work. And that whenever I can, I come on here because that also distresses me because I love you guys so much. I will see you soon. Remember, you matter. Don't let anybody tell you differently. And if you want to get a hold of me, even though I'm not on here as much, please send me an email. I do try to go through them daily, if not every other day. And if for some reason I haven't seen it, and if you're on Gmail and you get that little message, go ahead and resend it because I would love to talk to you guys. And if you are on Facebook, friend me, Anjanette Pizon, which if you're in my group, you can see who I am. My name is in there, but please feel free to friend me and we can talk on Messenger. So I love you guys. Remember, you're beautiful and you're gorgeous, and don't let anybody tell you different. And I will see you soon.